We are getting graphic with caltopo.com. When you first go to caltopo.com, you may see something like this, and looks very familiar. Zoom into an area you're looking at. We'll zoom in here. I have it set over here on the base layer is called hybrid, which is the satellite, Google satellite hybrid, which has some roads and the satellite imagery. In addition to those, you can have overlays, and if you click on wind plot, for instance, get back here, wind plot, and click on wind plot, give it a little time, for any of these weather overlays, a little time, and we should see some arrows showing up. Let's zoom in here, see if we can, there they are. You can see winds at that given time and their wind speed now. If you went to in the last couple hours, you can go back and see wind speed. They also have max wind speed, which is shown in a color map. Again, you need to give it time to think about it. And if you're interested in precipitation, you could check 48-hour precipitation. Again, you might make sure you give it enough time, and you can change your changes right there. All right, we'll take another look at some of the other choices for maps. We'll zoom in here a little closer. I guess we'll want to check on here. One thing you might find interesting for students is fire history. You click on fire history, and let's zoom in here. There, we can see it now. That's a major fire that happened a couple of years ago. You can see some other fire history in the Black Hills. And just in the fire history, an interesting map is the land management. And when you click on it and give it a chance to zoom in, we won't zoom in there, but you can see who's owning. This is green is Forest Service. There's some blue is National Park Service. The state is in the deep blue, and local areas will be there. So if you're interested in hiking and you zoom in and in a hiking region, zoom right in here, especially on the edges of town. It gives you an idea where private land is and where Forest Service land is. Another quick check about the base layers. Forest Service topo is the one I frequently use. It's updated. If you're in the Forest Service or topographic maps, they also have the USGS, which typically have older data and look older. And there's also, back here, Map Builder Topo is another option you might use if you're not in a Forest Service area. And a lot of these you just tinker and play with. I haven't spent much time with the aerial imagery or the sectional maps for the avionics people. Interesting here, if you go to historic maps, you can see what things look like in 1915 to 1945. And you can see the roads are completely different, and they just started mapping it. Next thing we'll talk about in the next video, let me check and see if we have some notes. We just want to talk about layers, so we'll cover the other things in the next video.